Hi, I wanted to take this time to talk to you about our remote learning instructional plan. This is the condensed version, so it goes over key aspects of the plan and how to embed them into your life. So, Dett School's remote learning plan during the COVID-19 school closure begins on April 13th. Now, that's very, very important. Next week, on the 13th, is when remote learning begins. Now, remote learning can take place in one or two ways. They can either focus on strictly virtually, which is they have a laptop, they log into Classroom Dojo, the website, or Google Classroom, or non digitally, where you or the child will come and pick up a hard copy learning packet and complete it independently. But the only thing with this is you have to make sure that all work, no matter if it's done virtually or non virtually, is turned in, because that will be the way that they will complete their course. The schedule for virtual learning is different for different grade levels. For pre-K, they have 60 minutes of instruction. They will begin at 9 in the morning and they will end at 10:15. If you notice, at 9, they'll determine what content they want to do. They have to do math and reading each day. So between math and reading, they can choose which one do they want to do. At 9, if they choose to do math first, then they would complete that first task. The way they would submit is someone would take a picture of it and then they would submit it via Class Dojo. They'll take their break at 9:30 to 9:45, and then from 9:45 to 10:15, they'll complete their next task, depending on whether they started with math or they started with reading. So it will alternate. The other thing is we have social emotional learning, which is SEL. We also have PE and then music as well. So on the other days, when they may have finished their coursework for the week, they can do social emotional learning. They can participate in one of Mr. Ortiz's videos and or Mr. Broom's video for music as well. All right. Another note I want to let you know is that all teachers at Dett School have virtual learning hours from 11 to 12. And what those learning hours are for are to make sure that if students need any type of assistance or if you need assistance, you can email them and then they'll email you back and you can get whatever help that you need during that time, whether it's tutoring, whether it's if you don't know how to access something, they can walk you through it during those times from 11 to 12 p.m. From kindergarten through second grade, they have 90 minutes of instruction. They begin at 8:45 and then they end at from 8:45 and they end at looks like 10:30 is when they end. All right, so from kindergarten through second grade, they will participate in whichever one that they want to do. So it'll be social emotional learning, math, physical education, music, or reading, remembering that math and reading have to be done first. So they can choose between math or reading first, and then they can go into social emotional learning, PE, and music. And then it follows pretty much the same schedule as everyone else's. Office hours are from 11 to 12. They get their break from 9:45 to 10. They complete their next task and then they submit via email. From third grade to fifth grade, they have 120 minutes. So they go from 8:45 to 11 a.m. They'll do the same things. They'll log into their classroom dojo and they'll choose between math and reading. And then on the other days, they'll do social emotional learning, PE, and music. And they'll take their break from 9:45 to 10, and their class is complete at 11, from 11 to 12. Those teachers have their office hours, and you can email them during that time. From sixth grade to eighth grade is a little different. They have 180 minutes. They begin at 8:45, and then they end at 11:15. Now, they're working on two different platforms. They have Google Classroom, and they also have Class Dojo. You will allow them to review the content, choosing math and reading first, and they will submit their information through a direct submission of Google Classroom or of taking a photocopy of their student work. You can take a picture of it and you can email it, but your teacher again will let you know how this submission should work. From 10 to 10:15, they'll take their break. They'll go back into virtual instruction for 2 more times, 10:15 to 11, and then again from 11 to 11:30. And then the class is complete at 11:30, p.m. Now, all during that time, you still have teachers who are willing to help. So from 11 to 12, you can email them and they will respond. For physical ed and music instruction, they also have videos online via our Dett website. So if you're confused and trying to find where to find their videos, you'll just go to dett.cps.edu. You'll click teacher pages, and then you'll go to Mr. Broom or Mr. Ortiz's page, and then that will tell you where exactly the instruction is. I want to thank you. I'm going to do a subsequent video to talk to you about FAQs.